Hey, hello. All right, it's Wednesday. It's a lot later than usual. I was going to do my walk and talk this morning, but I had to really think this chapter 28 of Matthew, through. This is where Christ, he's been crucified, he's been laid in the tomb. Mary, runs into him on the path, right? I'm like, what am I getting out of this? And like, this whole process, this the hardship and the cruelty and all of this, just because people weren't following the process correctly. Okay, so they weren't. So here's what you got, right? There's the dead letter, okay, and that's taken the 613 laws of Moses, just as you're reading it, okay, in all of its, contradictory, being contradictory and cruel, right? And you're like, yeah, I don't want to be under this God, right? But when you translate it, to the Paleo Hebrew, it means something totally different. The letter kills, right? That's what it's meaning. The spiritual meaning is knowing the symbolism. In the Paleo Hebrew, it means something. It's something totally different. Okay. And then the temple process. People are just going through the motions, and barbecuing, washing their hands, go to the veil, eating bread, lighting some incense, lighting a candle, going to the next veil, right, washing themselves again, looking at the artifacts, and lighting another candle. That's if you do not understand the process, that's what you get. And you don't need a temple to do it. Okay? It's it's not just by yourself where you go, the table of showbread is, the more reading, more digging in, right? The altar of incense, that's like a mastermind with people that have greater understanding than you, teaching you, right? Your contemporaries are teaching, the discussion. They're learning. It's like mission planning, the SEAL teams, right? And then the altar of incense, that's direct mentorship from the high priest or subject matter expert, right? Then you go through the next veil. You're going to wash up again. You make sure you're good. You're good to go. No odds. No guilt. No regrets. And then you're not just looking at artifacts. It's more teaching, moral teaching with the manna. The broken tablet was the tablet that was written in Paleo Hebrew, right? And the spiritual meaning of the law, and then the staff of authority, because once you know that, you are in authority. And then the other menorah is oil is teaching, higher level teaching. You're teaching the priests coming up, the ones that want to be high priests. You're looking back in the whole temple, and you're basically orchestrating and running the operations, your operations. In a SEAL team, that's what you'd be, right? All right. And so I had to think it through before I talked about it.